Okay, so in my fitting the door in the door frame and fiddling around with the uprights and all that mess, I've discovered this hinge sits too high. Now, there's a couple things I could do about that. I could slip some kind of ring on here that would catch this, glue it in place, and then this wouldn't go beyond that ring. You know what? Actually, that's like the easiest thing I've thought of so far. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I was going to cut this out, like cut out the whole back piece so it would like clip on, cut out a groove in the middle of it and relieve it at the corners here so it would fit up as high as it would go on that, but wow, this makes so much more sense. Okay, that's what I'm going to be doing. Alright, children, let's remember safety first. Safety first. I was drilling this hole in this bracket, and I was holding it with my bare hand because I'm a dumbass, and the drill bit into it and slung it around. It's a pretty high torque drill. And I was holding it like this, and it hit me and scraped off. It hurts. It sucks. I shouldn't have done it. Hindsight, I guess, is 20/20. Ouch. See? I have gloves. I should just use the gloves. I also have a vise. I should just use the vise. It's ignorant. It was ignorant of me to try to do that holding it. I'm not going to do that again. That's you know, learn from your mistakes. That's the highest tenet of anything. If you're going to do anything, pay attention to what you're doing. Think about what you're doing. Don't make stupid mistakes if they can be avoided. Because otherwise, what are we? Animals? I'm not an animal. I am an animal. But, having some lunch. You may have noticed there's no music. Ever. I know. And it's sad. First, my iPod messed up. And I thought, being the brilliant engineer I consider myself to be, I would take the cover off and potentially replace the headphone jack. One of the channels was not working. Well, after countless hours of research, I discovered that the generation iPod I had wasn't one that anybody offered replacement parts. And I thought, well, it can't be that complicated. So I cracked it open, which was very hard to do, by the way. And yeah, I was wrong. I found what the problem was, and it wasn't the jack. And, well, basically I destroyed my iPod. That sucked. It sucked a lot. Well, I got a replacement. Another iPod. Well, it wasn't an iPod. It was an MP3 player. It looked like an iPod. I don't like it. Damn it. So, then my laptop crashed, so I lost all my music anyway. And, point of advice, whenever you open iTunes and it says, you haven't backed up your music in a while, would you like to do so now? Always click yes and do it. Yeah, because I lost probably gone. Like, you know, I have an occasional CD or whatever that I'd listen to, but, I probably lost about $75 worth of music gone. Music that I had downloaded the week between when I broke my iPod and when my computer crashed. And I never backed it up. So that sucks. So I'm in the process recently of regaining my music collection. I picked up one of Ronald Jenkins' CDs. You guys may or may not know who he is. I'll try to put a link in the sidebar to some of his videos, because yeah, he's good. I like his music, and he sells CDs and MP3s. So I bought a CD, the hard copy. I'm all about hard copies now. You know, I used to be all about download, and you know, I thought the artists were being crybabies about, you know, digital sales and, you know, people pirating music and whatnot. But whew, I mean, as a music consumer, it's become more and more evident that the digital world is not reliable. Damn it! I'm all about rough and tumble. My tech needs to be able to withstand me, and I'm tough on it. So there you go. That's my rant. I love you guys. Alright. I clamped on some pieces, glued them in place. It still wasn't quite big enough around, so I clamped on 2 more crosswise to them. That worked out nicely. Alright. Here we are. Got a couple things going on today, this week. As you can see, I have resolved my lack of music. Got my iPod zip tied up there, along with a couple speakers. Got that all worked out. That was fun. Got the door sitting there. I need the tiller before I can attach the door, which sucks because I won't be able to open it, and I don't want it to swing inside. So, got to till the ground. You can see I've been playing around with a scroll saw, so got that set up in here. And so yeah, got a lot of projects happening. Alright, so I just laid open about a 1/2-inch gash clean to the tip of the bone in my thumb. Don't ever do that. It was a new razor blade, and yeah, they're sharp. They're sharp as hell, so if you can avoid that, do, because it sucks. Should have been wearing gloves. Something. Yeah, don't ever do that.